everyone's different. What's your talents and gifting? You are unique in your own way. Don't you mind what people say? So shine your colors bright, shining brighter than ever, and live your best life and do whatever you want. Shake, shake those haters off, off. You're an eagle so soar, soar and rise above. Shine bright, show all your colors. You're not a carbon copy, so show them what you shine bright. Live the vibrant life, live vibrant with Sandra. Shine bright, show all your colors. You're not a carbon copy, so show them what you shine bright. Live the vibrant life, live vibrant with Sandra V.
Hi and welcome to Vibrant. I'm your host Sandra V, and I am so excited that you chose to be with us today. We have a great show planned for you, and I can't wait for you to meet our guest today. Today we have in studio with us Priscilla Priscy Ratcliff. She is a biochemist. She's also a celebrity fashion designer and an author. So get ready to have a blast with us today as you meet Priscy. Priscilla, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to our audience meeting you and getting to know more about what you do. Just a wonderful, wonderful person, multi-talented. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. So I got a set of questions for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your professional background.
Oh, there's a lot. Starting out, I have 2 bachelors, one in fashion design and one in biochemistry. I have a 4 designated subject teaching credential, business, finance, interior design, and fashion design. And then I have a Master of Art in Education, specializing in technology-based education. So a lot of stuff going on.
Wow, it sounds like it. I mean, you really prepared yourself to do what you're doing, and I think that's just amazing. So when you stand before people, you know what you're talking about.
Most definitely, and the experiences of life also gives us our PhD.
Oh, it really does. It really does. And so now, when and how did you become so passionate about fashion design?
Fashion, sewing, the art of construction is a God-given talent.
Okay.
I've been sewing since the age of 5, Barbie dolls. My father had 7 brothers and 3 sisters, and one of the sisters was heavy and very tall. And she would always come over with this black dress and a scarf on Fridays. And I was like, Auntie, why do you wear the same black dress all the time? So she showed me. She took the dress, she laid it out. She told me, she said, this dress was $450. She said, it cost me 6 months' salary to save to have it.
Wow.
She said, but the construction of the dress
Wow.
makes me not look boxy, gives me a curvy look. So when she told me that made me want to make her dresses.
Wow.
And she was my first person that I made dresses for. And then she told several of her co-workers. And so I'm 10 years old making dresses that are $60, $70, and $80. And her dress started at $25. So she said, I said, well, Auntie, I can't make no more $25 dresses for you no more. It's going to have to be $60. She said, girl, I cut your teeth on me. You can't do that. So that's how it really started. And I started doing Ursha dresses, choir robe dresses, prom dresses, and saving my money and coming to California with my aunts. And they put me in a lot of different fashion shows. And they introduced me to the church so that I could do clothing that fit the kings and queens and not street clothing. So I always did dressy. She said, always dress yourself like Jesus is there.
Wow.
And if you can represent yourself with Jesus, you can represent anywhere. And so I did.
Wow. And this is one of your designs that you're wearing now.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful,
this is my
beautiful.
pencil skirt with the kimono top.
I love that color. And then also, at some point, your career evolved.
Yes.
And you create a cosmetic line.
Yes.
So tell us about your cosmetic line.
Well, my skincare and cosmetics is hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, and it's a 4-step program. Before you put any foundation or powder on your face, you need to prep it. So I have a good cleanser with milk and eggs, a good moisturizer that men, women, and teens can use it. And then you come up with your cucumber spray, which gets rid of all the puffiness on the faces. And if you burn yourself with a curling iron, it stops the bubble from the curling iron and it diminishes the scarring.
Wow.
It's good for your hands and for your feet, stops the swelling. And so it's an all-around pick-me-upper, and you can spray it with your makeup on and with your makeup off. So cleanser, toner, moisturizer, cucumber spray. Then you start with the foundation and the powders. And once I do my face, when I leave out at 6, it's set until 10 o'clock at night.
Wow, wow. And it's beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's called PhD. What does PhD stand for again?
Inc. It stands for Priscy's House of Design, Inc.
Wow, that's fantastic. I want to look into that myself. Now, when I met you, you were sharing with me that you have designed for many of the celebrities.
Yes.
So can you tell us some of who your clients are or have been?
I have designed for gospel contemporary artist Yolanda Adams, actress from The Best Man Holiday, Monica Calhoun. I have done all of her Oscar and Grammy gowns.
Beautiful.
Jo Marie Payton from Family Matters, Natalie Cole.
Wow.
I've done Natalie Cole's son's wedding. Actress Aona Morris from the new TV show Blackish. So, just to name a few.
Yeah, exciting, exciting. And what was it like working with some of those artists?
Well, you know, they're very down to earth. Very down to earth, and they always set the stage to say, we got the same blood, you know, we have the same ears, eyes, and nose. Treat me like a regular person. And Yolanda is really like that. She's very down to earth, and her stage and everything that she does is her. She's very real. And Monica Calhoun, the same way. When she had her baby, I did the pregnant outfits for her that made her look very slim and youthful. And Jo Marie Payton, when she worked on the set and when she went on to do other things, I designed for her. The singer, the Isley Brothers, you know, they're always in animation form, and you really have to catch the wave of what people were doing and feeling their inner self, so that you can make the exact outfits for them and have the exact fabric and notions to apply with what they're doing, and, you know, take care of, put muslin and put all different things on the inside, so if they perspire, it doesn't show up on the outside.
And it sounds like you're very thoughtful as you're designing and as you're putting their outfits together, that you're really taking into account who they are, their personality, what they're going to be doing. And I just saw a whole glow come over you just as you began to talk about it. And then I had an opportunity to visit your beautiful home, and you showed me your wall of fame. I was blown away by your wall of fame. I mean, that was amazing, because at one point you had a television show, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that like?
That was awesome. I was on Time Warner for 5 years, and I incorporated it with when the Oscars, the Grammys, the People's Choice Awards, the Soul Train Music Awards, when these different artists come into town, I would have them on my show. And then I would also attend these different award shows. That's how I picked up a lot of clients. Okay. So, and I'm always going to take a picture, because people, you know, people hear, you did what? With who? Oh, I don't believe that.
Picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yes, it is.
And then also you're imparting to the next generation because you're a professor.
Yes.
So what is that experience like as you're standing there and you're working with your students?
Well, bringing that personal relationship to students, you know, if you can't teach if you haven't gone through anything. Okay. And so it's a personal relation that I have with them and mentoring them. I've taught at Otis College of Art and Design, El Camino College, the Art Institutes, and some of the colleges are without walls, and my voice carries, and I'm very animated in things that I do. And so sometimes the other professors will come over and they'll go, "Sure, can you hold it down?" It's like I'm excited about what I do. If you don't,
after all these years,
yes, if you don't have the passion, students know that.
Absolutely,
they know that, and they know when you're real to them. I've taught incarcerated victims. I've taught in Twin Towers. I've taught in Linwood Women's Correctional Facility.
That's beautiful.
And sometimes I'm the only woman in a man's facility, and they give me respect.
Love it.
And so if you come out, that's what my book is about. Your social security number rolls with you everywhere. And it's unfair when you've done your time,
right,
and then you come back into society and it's like you're still doing your time, because you have to put your social on there, and they see that, oh, your past is such and this. So in the book it talks about your EIN number, your employee identification number. So I have them incorporate, use that number in the things that they're doing, and find out what their gifts and talents are. And you work on that. That may not necessarily be a job. You may have to work the job to pay the bills, but work on your talents now. And teach other people what you've done so that they won't do it.
Now you mentioned your book. Now are we talking about emergency essentials?
We're talking about emergency essentials.
That title caught my attention right off. So yeah, share more with us about emergency essentials, because it's like this book. I looked through it, and you're giving all of this information and tools for anyone who wants to start a business from the ground up. It's like all the work has been brought together. The resources are right there in front of you. Just kind of follow the guideline, right? Yeah.
And we teach by examples. Emergency Essentials is a book on starting any entrepreneurship business through, number one, licensing, incorporating. You have to license yourself if you want to be a real business.
Right.
You have to incorporate yourself so that you can get the advantages, the tax advantages from it. You have to join guilds in your area. In the fashion design, there's a guild, the Screen Actors Guild, that you go in. There is a fee, but if you have the advantage to get on a movie, they will pay your fees for you. And then if you're on time, and before time, if they say be on the set at 6 o'clock, you're set up at 5. And if you're on time with everything, then other people will pay your dues for you, and they don't have to come out of your pocket. But I talk about all the different trade shows that you need to attend. Buying wholesale, having that wholesale resale license, and getting things at cost.
Right.
You can't start a whole clothing line at Joann's.
Right. No.
You need to go to a wholesale dealer to get your things. You can't run into Walmart and buy a zipper. For a zipper being $3.50, you can buy 25 zippers for $10.
See. And you also mentioned like branding and things like this. So you're giving insight from all of your years of experience. Keeping them from some of the pitfalls and things. And
I have the pictures of all my different stores, clients, the TV shows, the awnings, what we set up, and my students, I bring them on the sets with me as well.
Wonderful.
And I mentor them each way. You may not want to be a designer, but the same thing applies as a veterinarian.
Work principles and work ethic.
People may not always be sick, but while they coming in, you need to make some dog clothes and sell them to them. Make some dog food and sell it to them. Make dog collars and sell it to them, so that if your client base is down, your retail will increase and hold you for the next month.
I love that. Hi, it's Coach Sandra V, and I'm so glad to be making this connection with you today. I wanted to let you know that I'm available to work with you if you are struggling, feeling stagnated, feeling a little stuck, demotivated. Hey, I have some tools that will help you to discover areas where your belief system may be limiting your progress, or perhaps you've made some sort of agreement in your emotions or in your thoughts that's keeping you from progressing toward your goals. I want to work with you. Let's get you unstuck. Give me a call and let's get coaching.
Hello, my name is Damon Jones, real estate broker and owner of Purpose Real Estate Company. your commercial and residential real estate specialist. We're also certified with the National Commercial Real Estate Association. Please give us the opportunity to earn your trust when you're ready to purchase, sell, or invest in commercial or residential real estate. Our phone number is 562-688-6279. Visit our website at purposerealestate.com. We'll always follow up with you and stand by our word, because integrity, it's our foundation. We look forward to being of service to you. Thank you.
We have used Damon on real estate transactions for the past 20 years, and without a doubt, he is the best in the business.
I noticed that you're so intent on equipping and empowering and imparting. You also wrote some supplemental manuals to go along with emergency essentials, yeah?
Yes. So a lot of the colleges now do not teach sewing if you're going to go in for designing.
Okay.
And if you're buying clothes from overseas or downtown, you have to know the construction if the zipper is on the correct side. If it's like in Japan, if you fold your clothes from left to right, you're dead. If you close them from right to left, you're living. So you have to know different cultures and what's expected. You have to know if you have a blanket, if it goes from the right to the left always. And a lot of times you'll get reject clothes because the factory has sewn them the wrong way, and regular stores won't take them. So they'll send them to Ross, and a lot of times they'll say, oh, we'll just send them to California, because they don't know the difference.
My goodness.
Not if you take my clothing construction class. So I have beginning sewing, and then I have an advanced clothing construction class.
Okay.
And then I have how to start your own alteration business.
Wow.
And so those are all taught at the colleges, and I made supplemental books so that they can see the things that I've done. They can see the pictures, step 1, 2, and 3, what it looks like before, what it looks like in the middle, and after you've completed it. And a picture is worth 1,000 words, as we said before, and they can see it and then work their math through it.
I love what you're saying, and I think that it's such a time saver for someone. And then again, you're sparing them from doing a lot of unnecessary footwork, unnecessary resources, because it's all right there if they just walk through the manuals that you've already put together.
It's acceleration into the future. They can cut out 10 years of hard work just read my books.
That's wonderful. And then now, do you provide consultation for entrepreneurs?
Oh,
and so
yes,
on?
without a doubt.
Because what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing as you're speaking is different streams of income. You're teaching them more than just design.
Yes.
More than just sewing. You're teaching them different forms of the business that can keep them relevant.
Yes. You always have to have a plan A, prepare. Preparation is the key to any successful goal and lifestyle. And you have to prepare yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, and personally. And once you have the preparation, things may not always go the way you think they should. And so you need a plan B. Education, plan A first. Experience, plan B. And then all your talents, all the things, could be from cooking to dancing of the arts, could be camera work, you know, anything that you do. And that's what happened with me. First with having a biochemistry degree, and then when I got laid off in Texas, everybody was in the unemployment line at the same time. You have 5, 6, and 10,000 people that work for the oil industry. And when the oil industry went down, unemployment line, and I went back to sewing. You know, had my clientele, because people gonna buy clothes if they don't buy food. They gonna buy some clothes.
It's kind of been your mainstay, no matter what season you were in your life. And this began all the way back at the age of 5. You know, sometimes it blows my mind how I love it when you meet a person who knew from a child what they wanted to do, and they just set out to, like you said, prepare themselves, educate themselves, and all that toward purpose.
Yes. And my mother's a nurse, and that is in her blood. She's always been a nurse, and she nursed everybody in the neighborhood, but she wanted me to be a nurse. So she said, there's always sick people out there. There are always going to be sick people. So if you be a nurse, you'll always have income. And I said, well, Mama, I ain't seen nobody walk around naked. Everybody else you got clothes on. So that's a good industry too. And you know, I had to step back a little so I wouldn't get slapped. But she was my biggest client, and she always supported me in everything that I did. But first, I got that biochemistry degree.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask. Is that how the biochemistry degree came along?
It came along. One reason, I was allergic as a kid to everything. Deodorant, toothpaste, toilet paper.
Wow.
And we had to get baking soda, and they had to make things special for Priscy. Just had to make things special for me because I'm allergic. My brother hated it. You always want attention. You always with this. And so I was like, well, I need to learn how to market these products.
I'm getting ready to say, because what a setup for your cosmetic line.
Exactly.
Now, you're using that biochemistry degree because you're mixing and all of that. Wow.
And that was another thing my grandmother said, God made you special because other people out there need what you have. And if you never had this problem, you would never come up with the solution.
Right. That's wonderful. So now I also understand that you have a nonprofit organization. Yes. What's the name of your nonprofit?
It's Anointed to Succeed Internationally Incorporated. And the website is anoints, ANOINTSII.org. And we're a nonprofit organization for education. It's a 501c3. We take students internationally. And we've gone, the last 20 years, we've gone to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. We've done London, Paris, Rome, and Florence. We've done the south of France, Barcelona, Madrid. This year we're going to Japan. We're doing a 4-city tour to Japan. The students, and I have students coming from Compton. I have students coming from other countries that couldn't get out from a visa and want to visit other countries and work in other countries. And we look at everybody wants to come to America to make it, but Americans don't take that advantage and go to other countries.
Places and
so we're teaching languages, we're teaching foreign language. I'm getting students internships in other countries with Toyota, Toshiba, Hitachi, and they're working their trade in different countries, learning trades, because we don't have the advantage. A lot of Americans do not speak a foreign language, and so you have a lot of students that are coming over here taking American jobs because they're bilingual and trilingual.
Right.
So I'm giving them the same advantage in doing the international tours and mentoring them and teaching them trades.
That is so exciting, especially when you think, like you mentioned, certain ones, they don't have that type of exposure, or they would not otherwise have the opportunity to have that type of exposure. So you're opening up the entire world to them.
Yes.
You know, broadening their horizon and just showing them that there's so much more than what you're looking at every day.
Yes.
Branch
and
out.
You need an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the problems and situations in your life are too rough for you. And if you step out and see what someone else is doing, you can say, oh yeah, I can do that. I feel that. I can do that. Can I come with you? And then, you know, that ignites on another person and gets their mind off of their problem and back on the right track and doing something constructive.
Yes.
Don't always think, woe is me. Why is this always happening to me? It says, why not? Let's do it.
Right. That is so exciting. And so now, do you have upcoming events or what's happening with Priscy now?
Well, I am the keynote speaker on February 16th. At a church, and it's called Trinity Baptist Church. It's 2040 Jefferson Boulevard in the city of LA. It's right off of Arlington. And I'm the keynote speaker, and I'm bringing in my own singer and my positive affirmations and talking about what really happens at home. We're talking about sex in the city with kids. We're talking about drugs in the city with kids and what they're doing now. And we're talking about family and marriages and how to keep them together. And we're talking about a support group, how to support your family first before you go out and support other people. And so these are natural things that used to be our grandmothers and great grandmothers used to be the ones to talk us, and we've gotten away from that networking and from our heritage. And so I want to bring that back to the community. So you're all invited. 2040 Jefferson Boulevard in the city of Los Angeles, and that's February 16th, and I'm up at 12:30 to 2, so come see me.
Exciting, exciting. I am so glad to have had this opportunity to get to know you better and to share more about what you're doing with our audience. And please take a moment and tell them where they can find you if they're interested in your books, if they're interested in your classes, your product line. I mean, if they're interested in becoming a part of that mentoring team that you have. So let them know where they can find you.
You can go to my website at Priscy's, and it's PRISCYS, House of Design Inc. INC.com. On Facebook, I'm under Priscy Ratcliff, PRISCY, Ratcliff, RATCLIFF. And you can Google me and find me. I have a Robertson address, 256 South Robertson Boulevard in Beverly Hills. I'm at El Camino College. In the summer, I'm teaching Career in Fashion, starting April 16th. And I'm teaching at some of the high schools, so you can always find me on Facebook. I do a little Instagram, not too much, but I have my students do the posting. But technology is awesome.
So now you've met Priscy, and I encourage you to follow her, as she said, on her social media. Get involved in some of the classes if you want to travel abroad. She's your lady, and I hope that this has inspired you to step out into your purpose, your destiny, and fulfill your dreams and goals. And you know what I always say, you were not created to be a carbon copy, so let your unique shine. And I'll see you again right here on Vibrant.
Show all your colors, you're not a carbon copy, so show them what you shine bright. Live a vibrant life, live vibrant with Sandra. Shine bright. Show all your colors, you're not a carbon copy.